So hello everyone, welcome to EduTap, and guys, welcome to your other important session of Top PIB in News, in which we will be covering the important PIB in news that is very much relevant for our subject of economic and social issues. Talking about the session, guys, the session is relevant both for your phase 1 as well as for your phase 2 examination. And guys, talking about today's date, so we'll be covering the important topics from 26th to 28th of May. Before proceeding with the session, guys, if you are new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to the channel so that you could get all the latest updates about the courses that we are providing, as well as regarding the examination, when it will be taking place, what are the updates regarding anything. You will be getting all the information on our YouTube channel. To get the access of the PDF, guys, kindly subscribe to the Telegram channel, the link for which is given in the description below. Then guys, how we are helping you? We are helping you daily with our daily exam booster series with general awareness, reports and analysis, and for ESI current affairs. I am joining you on Wednesday and Saturday at 8 a.m. Then, very glad to see our revision masters. So Kavita, Shri, Mishra, Aditi and Rahul, they have given the information about the question that I have asked on National Clean Air Program. Talking about the topics of the day, all the topics, guys, if I talk about today's session, it is very much relevant for your very important topic, that is social sector's health subject, that is this tag of our syllabus. All the topics are related to this tag. The first is very important topic of National Digital Health Mission review has taken place. Then is Ayush Clinical Repository Portal and Ayush Sanjeevani app. The third is Sehat OPD app. Now, let's start with the first topic, that is National Digital Health Mission. So, Prime Minister has chaired the review progress of the mission. Now, guys, this mission is very, very important for our examination. I'm saying you, why I'm saying you, because the question could be asked in phase 1, phase 2. You could write an essay on this thing, and even in your descriptive paper, even in your interview also. This topic is very much relevant of, that is National Digital Health Mission is very much relevant for you. So I will be covering all the perspective of this thing. Let's first discuss what has come out in review. So the Digital Health Mission, the government says, or the Prime Minister, the review committee says that around 12 lakh health IDs have been generated. Then the other important is around 3,000 doctors and 1,419 facilities have been registered on the platform. So 3,000 doctors on Doctor platform. The most important is this 12 lakh health IDs. Now, there were two important initiatives, guys, that have been discussed during the meeting. They have not been launched, but they have been discussed on this National Digital Health Mission platform. The first is this Unified Health Interface. So what this interface will be doing? The interface why is being used is because it will be accessible only to the verified healthcare professionals. It will give them the information to get any kind of book, any information, everything will be provided to that on this unified health interface. Okay. Then the other important thing when I talk about is the UPI e-voucher. So UPI, we all know UPI stands for Unified Payment Interface. So UPI will also know it is being developed by National Payment Corporation of India. So now what this e-voucher thing is all about? E-voucher thing is that a financial relatability, that is how financially this digital health mission could be related, or how financial transactions could take place. For that, this UPI e-voucher could take place, and that is why this has also been discussed during the meeting. Now, guys, the most important for us is the thing that we have to go in detail is this digital health mission. So why this digital health mission is important? When I talk about digital health mission, it was announced during the 2020 speech of our Prime Minister during his Independence Day speech. He has announced this National Digital Health Mission. Now, guys, this digital health mission, it was not in 2020, just that this mission has come out. See, I think in 2019, a committee by the name of J. Satyanarayanan, yes, the committee headed by Mr. J. Satyanarayanan, so they have given a blueprint, that is National Digital Blueprint, was set up on the recommendation of this committee in August of 2019. Now this committee, this blueprint was set up in a mission mode in 2020. That was launched as National Digital Health Mission during the August 2020. Now when I talk about this digital health mission, what is this mission all about? The mission is voluntarily in nature. That is something very much important. It is voluntary in nature. Voluntary in nature simply means that it doesn't mean that everything has to be done. It just means it depends on the perspective, that is doctors, health facilities, that they could voluntarily join this mission. What this mission is all about is, guys, integrating everything that this snippet is saying to us. Integrating all the things on just a single digital platform, be it doctors, be it healthcare facilities, be it people, be it their health records, everything you will be getting integrated on just a single platform. This was the vision or aim of this digital health mission. Okay, implementing agency here is National Health Authority, who will be carrying everything about this digital health mission. Now, the other important topic when I talk about the vision of this specific thing, I've just discussed with you, integration is the most important thing. How integration will be done? See, when I talk about various categories like policy makers who are providing the healthcare facilities, private entities, healthcare professionals, third sector like NGOs, associations, then administrators like regulators, program managers. Okay, all of these will be integrated into just a single specific thing. That is, it could make, what it will be doing is, it will be making the thing efficient for all of you, because if everything is integrated, the platform will be efficient, everything you will be getting the information is efficient. Then accessibility will be increased for the common people, accessibility will be increased. Okay, inclusivity, because if everything is being collaborated, integrated, inclusivity will be there, as well as affordability will be also increasing. Now, see one thing very simple, guys. If I am getting every information regarding my health thing on my phone, it will be saving my time also. So time saving as well as safety concern, because I could have an access to thousands of doctors on this digital health platform. The only thing is, best to best doctors I could easily have a proper access to that specific doctor. That is the vision of this initiative. Now, if I talk about this thing you could use in your descriptive paper. Then the second important topic when I talk about is, what are the key components of this mission? The components are, guys, really important. 6 components, so you should go, आपको तो याद होना चाहिए. That is, these are the things that you should remember. Okay, 6 key components. What are these key components? Health ID. Your unique health ID will be created, through which your information, what is being updated, everything you will be getting the thing on your unique health ID you will be getting. That is, your health ID will be created, through which your personal health records, EMRs, doctors, everything will be checked on your unique health ID. Okay? Then health facility registry. So what this health facility registry is all about, guys? Health facility registry simply means that all the healthcare facilities in India, they will be integrated into a single data. That is, a data repository of all the healthcare facilities will be created. That is, even the public as well as private healthcare facilities, both could be clubbed together. That is, both the data will be available here. Now, one thing is important. When I'm saying the mission is voluntarily in nature, whether this healthcare facility is mandatory for us, this question comes to our mind, whether this is mandatory or not. So, guys, this is also not mandatory. It is not compulsory that all the public hospitals or all the private healthcare facilities have to be registered on this healthcare facility. It is not mandatory. This is very much important. Mission is voluntary, so it is also not mandatory. Now, what are these personal healthcare records? When I talk about, guys, personal healthcare records, the personal healthcare record simply says these are those records that only an individual could have an access. Yes, those data, that is your healthcare report that you could have an access, that is your personal healthcare record. Now, the question comes to our mind, sir, how doctors will be getting, how if we could only access our health record, how doctors will be taking our record, how they will be getting access to the record? For that, guys, EMR, that's electronic medical record, will be set up, where your report, that is a personal data chart of your health perspective, will be there, where you'll be getting what are the kind of medical prescriptions that were given to you, your medical history, what are the treatments that should be done, which doctor you should have a proper consultation, everything, how doctor will be taking or how pharmaceuticals will be taking, that is on the basis of EMR, that initiative will be taken place. Then what are these DigiDoctors? So DigiDoctors, don't confuse it with eSanjeevani portal that we have discussed, I think, on the 15th to 18th of my video. Don't confuse it with there. eSanjeevani OPD is something alag, DigiDoctor is something different. What DigiDoctor is there? DigiDoctor means that digitally you will be getting the information about the doctors. All the information about the doctors, like name, qualification, for which is the specialty of that doctor. That is the information that you will be getting on the DigiDoctor. That is, digitally doctor will be available to you. Okay, you will be getting the information about that thing. Then e-pharmacy will be there, as well as telemedicines. You will be getting the medicines online, so telemedicine will be there. ठीक है. So I think I have discussed everything in detail, so you could have a proper lookout at the PPT when you will be getting all the information that I have shared with you on the PPT. Okay, so health IT I have discussed, that is unique health IT will be set up, that is on a digital format. Then DigiDoctors, as I have discussed with you, it is updated repository, single updated repository of all doctors. So all the doctors, healthcare workers, everything you will be getting the updated information of there on the DigiDoctors. Then PHR I have discussed with you, EMR I have discussed with you, electronic medical record, how it will be using digital version of patient's chart and a single health facility, that is your treatment, history, everything you will be getting, all your single health facility will be on EMR. Then technology, because all these things, all the components are based on technology initiative. Now guys, you might be thinking that telemedicine and e-pharmacy you have not discussed. So guys, these are in developing stage. The e-technology initiative as well as the telemedicine initiative, these are in developing stage, and I think this will also be updated in within a few years. This the ministry is saying. Now what the technology initiative is, how technology will be done. As I've discussed, first of all, integration of digital health services will be done. Then who will be having all this, who will be providing you the security. So guys, all your information, that is security and privacy of your information, it will be secured by the government of India. So this is something important. The other important thing is, now what is the recent thing that has taken place? What are the very important initiatives or note points that you should remember? The first important thing is when I talk about core building blocks. So core building blocks like health IDs, DigiDoctors, as well as your health facility registry, because these are very important. The information is very important. So all these things shall be owned, operate and maintained by government of India. Then I talk about core activities. So core building blocks, so I have discussed core activities. Core activities consist of health IDs, your approval of doctors, what are the facilities that should be created. For there, this data will also be remained with the government. Their verification, how they will be registered, everything is under the control of government of India. Now this just brings us to the sense that everything will be controlled by government. No guys, private players can also play a role here. Where? See, on the personal health records as well as on your electronic medical records, that is the solution what could be brought there. That is, if you want to enhance your personal health record, for that what could be the better thing that could be done? Or for EMR, what could be the better solution? What could be the new innovation or innovations that could be done? For there, private players could come forward and could provide the better information or better solution to the government. So their private sectors can also play. Now when I talk about the recent initiatives or recent developments in the healthcare policy that has come around, I think at the later stage of the year 2020. Now a health data management policy was there in news. So what this health data management policy under this mission will be doing is, it will be the first of all is applicability of this health data management policy. It will be eligible to healthcare professionals like government bodies, central government, state government, charitable institution, research bodies. You could have a look here. The other important thing is the digital, where this data will be stored, because it is all, this thing is at digital level, where the data will be stored. So guys, the data will be stored at national level, state level, even if in terms of UTs at union territory, and even also at the healthcare facility. So it is not only maintained at just single level, it is maintained at multi-level, national level, state level, UT, even at the healthcare facilities. Now guys, as I've discussed with you, you could have a question could be asked on the descriptive platform, even for your essays the thing could be asked, even for your interviews this mission is important. For that I am sharing you two important snippets that you could have a look. Accessibility, so I have discussed with you that you could have a look. Then the other important are the benefits of this mission. So digital health records, you will be getting ease of doing business, easy accessibility I have discussed with you, and innovation in digital health services, because when private sectors are coming forward to provide you the solution, innovation in digital health services will also be coming forward. So this thing you could use as a part of your descriptive examination. Now guys, the second important topic of the day, that is Ayush Clinical Repository Portal. So this thing has been launched by the Ayush Ministry. When I talk about this repository portal, what this portal is all about. So first of all, this portal will be bringing us all the information about the clinical initiative. So clinical initiative is, if some Ayush practitioner has done some kind of research, for that purpose what he could do here is, his research will be uploaded or his clinical trial or his any clinicality will be uploaded on this portal, which could be accessed by the other practitioners. Now, where it will be helping is it will be helping the Ayush Ministry also. It will be helping the Ayush practitioners also, so that their clinical research could be enlarged. That is, their research could be published at an enhanced level. This is what this Ayush clinical portal is all about. So sport I have discussed with Ayush practitioners, AIM I have discussed with you, and the most important is system of medicines that will be provided. So all the Ayush missions like Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, Homeopathy, everything will be provided. That is everything system of medicines. The clinical research of that information will be provided on this portal. So other important information about the Ayush Ministry is Ayush Sanjeevani app. Now don't confuse here guys, it is not a new initiative. So Ayush Sport Sanjeevani app was also launched in 2020 in the month of May. Now, first of all, if an app is developed, who has developed the app? So app is guys basically being developed by MeitY, that is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology plus Ministry of Ayush. So they have come forward and developed this app. What this app is providing to us? So it is developing the Ayush intervention solutions, promoting Ayush knowledge, generating the data on acceptance and usage of Ayush, and provide Ayush advices related to immunity boosting. When I talk about Ayush advices related to immunity boosting, just pause here and remember one initiative that I have discussed in the month of May. That is Ayush 64. Yes, immunity boosting initiative of Ministry of Ayush that I think we have discussed in 8th to 11th of May of video. Ayush 64 initiative. And E-Sanjeevani, I think I have discussed. E-Sanjeevani is also important. That is that we have also discussed in the month of I think 15th to 18th of May of video. That you could have a look out there, guys. Okay. Now we have discussed that thing developed by I have discussed what is the target I have discussed with you. Then the third important news is this Sehat OPD. So Sehat OPD initiative has been launched by the Defense Minister. 3. It is a telemedicine services to armed forces and veterans. When I talk about telemedicine services, so there E-Sanjeevani OPD, if I talk about the initiative that I have discussed on the 15th of May, is on the 15th of May video is E-Sanjeevani OPD. Where I am saying, see one thing is here, common here you could also see is E-Sanjeevani OPD is also linkable. National Digital Health Mission, you might get confused here. Sehat OPD, you might get confused with E-Sanjeevani OPD. Sehat OPD portal is basically being developed on the lineage of E-Sanjeevani portal because it is a telemedicine service related to do. If I talk about this OPD initiative, so guys, this initiative will be developed by CDEC Mohali and HQIDS. The other important thing is when I talk about so patient to doctor system, you know, this is here E-Sanjeevani portal. See, when I'm saying a linkage, how linkage is doing. Patient to doctor system, telemedicine services will be provided to armed personnel and veterans and their families. So this is where patient to doctor. We have discussed EPD, doctor to doctor initiative, then EPD, OPD to doctor initiative. That is doctor to patient initiative, that is OPD initiative. So both the initiatives, the portal is Sehat OPD is based on the lineage of E-Sanjeevani. That is again important thing that you should remember here, guys. Now let's start with our practice MCQ. So first is about National Digital Health Mission. So UPI e-voucher, so we know it is being developed by NPCI, that is option number B. Then if I talk about Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, so this is being the implementation of this framework is based on, see this is something I've discussed with you. If you have added that note here, you might know the answer, that is option number B, that is J. Satyanarayanan. Based on the recommendation of this committee, the National Digital Health Framework blueprint was formed. Yes, blueprint was formed, and after on that, that's National Health Check. So this National Digital Health Mission blueprint was formed. Based on that blueprint, this National Digital Health Mission was launched in the year 2020, and I've discussed with you Health Mission Blueprint 2019 on the recommendation of this committee. Then the provision I've discussed with you. So guys, here I'm saying is where it is not applicable. It is not applicable to all the entities or individuals who have been availing the government. So not to all government facilities. That is also been specified here. Okay. Then the data we know it will be accessible at all levels. So I think it is really sorry. The answer is not here. It is option number E. So at all level, that is this facility is available. So I'm really sorry for that thing. I will be making the action here. Then guys, now this is something important you have to tell me which among the following, because these are kind of new things that students get terrified when they see these kind of questions in especially in ARB examination. Lengthy question as well as with most number of statements, 4 or 5 statements. So most of students got terrified, sir, how these kind of questions we have to attempt it. Simple thing is, you know everything, just only one thing you have to done, that just go through what are the things that we remember. So we know it is a voluntary healthcare program. I have discussed with you. Security and privacy, government is ensuring. Core building initiatives, health ITs, that we have discussed. Core activities we have discussed. Now this is here one thing you have to remember. Not mandatory is something that I've discussed with you. Especially registration under health facility registry is not mandatory. See, now what it is asking is correct. We know fifth statement is not correct. So which simply means this though is wrong. Okay, now let's see if any statement we are following 2, 3 and 4. First statement, just look at the first statement, whether the first statement is right or wrong. So first statement we know voluntary healthcare program hai, so first is also wrong, which simply means only option number B is the right answer. Just by only one point you could easily solve this answer. Okay, then coming to the third question about the Ayush clinical repository. So we know the systems of medicine. So all of these are covered. That is Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani, as well as Soma. Then the other important initiative, Sehat OPD initiative, who has developed this initiative. So guys, I think this is easy to answer also. So CDAC is the right answer. DPAS we have discussed in the previous video. That is, it has developed is, I think, I'm sorry for the name, guys. So Dovcan, I think it was the name we have discussed in the previous session. INMA, so we know it is 2-deoxide D-glucose. So guys, this is also one thing that you should remember. These things we have discussed earlier, so remember these initiatives also. Now homework, I think this is the revision for you. This is the best revision because everything I have covered with you. If you remember that thing, comment me in the specs box. If you don't do anything, then also see the video and comment about that thing in the comment box. That is Ayush 64 as well as the eSanjeevani OPD. Both the initiatives I have discussed. I think for this I have discussed in the 8th to 11th of my video, and this I think 11 we have discussed on 15th to 18th of my video. So both the initiatives we have discussed with you, go with them also thoroughly, because this is the best way of revision. If you have seen something that is relatable to that news, just try to revise that thing. Okay, coming to the quote of the day. The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. This is something that I'm sharing with you. See, if you have gone through the video, you know everything. Now this information is available because this is that kind of information that you could use anywhere. So guys, that brings us to the end of the session. If you have any kind of query, you could drop us an email. Our email ID is hello@edutab.co.in. You could even drop us a call. Our mobile number is 81462072441. So I hope guys you are liking this session. If you are liking the session, kindly press the like button as well as share it with your friends also. And wishing you a good health. Bye bye guys.